In today's special holiday edition, I'm going to share with you hacks and tips that I learned to help make your sun holiday that bit easier. Hi mamas, I'm Shen and welcome back to my channel at Mama Banana, where I share hacks, tips and product reviews with all you mamas out there. If you've already subscribed to my channel, then thank you so much for your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please do click the subscribe button below and make sure to hit that bell so you receive notifications of all my new uploads. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So before you even go on holidays, I have a big tip for you. Make sure you pack lots of long light sleeve shirts for your children, because these are great to help keep the sun off them. You can only put so much SPF 50 on them before their little skins can get irritated, and they're great to wear as well at night time to help keep the mosquitoes off them. Again, if your children are quite young or have sensitive skin, it can be quite irritated, so the less that you can put on them, the better, the less mosquito repellent. And that leads on to the next tip. If you're going to a country where there are mosquitoes, make sure you buy the plug-in mosquito repellents for each room that your children will be in. Buy these before you go away, so that when you are abroad and you don't speak the local language, you don't have to stress about looking for these products. My next tip for you is to bring a power bank on holiday with you. I actually got this one right here, but it has been invaluable because I'm away from my home and car all day. I have no means to be charging my phone while out. I have a really cool hack for you on how to keep your cables together with your power bank, just using a hair tie. So grab your charging cable, wrap it up, put it together with your power bank, and then just wrap your hair tie around it, and that just keeps everything together nice and neat. You can even wrap the hair tie around your earphones as well to keep all your little tech bits together. I highly recommend you pack some reusable food pouches with you, especially if you have a young child. So I have these refillable, reusable, squeezable food pouches. Right, so before we came over, I packed these up with food puree for my baby, and then I threw them in the freezer, froze them, and I brought them with me on the flight. So that way, by the time we were flying, they were defrosted and ready for my baby to eat. And then I also have these to go on holidays with me. So if I don't find any food pouches over here, I could just get the jar foods, heat them up, and I could pour it into this and bring it out with me to feed her when we're out at the restaurants. They are so handy. This one I have is called the Doodle Bag. What I love about it is that it's clear and it has a double Ziplock seal. You just pour the food in, seal it up, and put the lid on, and it's good to go. These are so handy. And then I also have a few of these with me. These are resealable Ziplock bags. These are just good to bring snacks all out with you. That way you don't need to be packing lunch boxes in your suitcase, and not only will it take up less room, but it will also weigh a lot less. I'd also recommend that you bring enough food with you for the first couple of days for your young kids, especially snacks, because when you're abroad you may not find the type of snacks that you'd like to give them. So I'd like to bring my own little biscuits, and I brought tons of cartons of raisins as well. It just saves me having to look around when I've so much to do already with 2 young children. And don't forget to pack all your baby meds with you before you leave. So for me, we always have gripe water and Calpol, which is paracetamol for babies. And my tip to you is to pour them into a smaller, more manageable bottle. So I've kept these little vitamin drop bottles, and I've poured all the gripe water and paracetamol into these smaller bottles so that they take up a lot less space and weight in my luggage. And then when on holidays, I highly recommend baby wearing for your baby, because it's just so handy. So I have 2 carriers with me. I have the Little Baby structured carrier, which is great. It has a lumbar support for my back, so if we're walking for quite a bit, it just helps saves my back from a lot of ache. And I also have a really compact little carrier as well. This is an Infantino carrier that folds up into a Ziplock bag. I use this when I need to go to the beach or anything. It's just super lightweight and small, and it's just so handy to have. And when you're on holidays, I highly recommend bringing a tote bag with you. They're just so handy when you're baby wearing to carry around grocery shopping or anything. But I love this Be Like bag from Jujube because the shoulder straps are kind of lightly padded. But what I would do is to wear this to stop the straps from slipping down my shoulders is I put one of the straps right under the carrier shoulder strap, and I kind of pull it a bit far in. So the strap that is further out, I'd have that side by side the other strap. I have it so that the straps are side by side underneath the shoulder strap, so that way they don't slip out. And then when I buy anything and I need to take this off, I just pull and I can throw in whatever it is I need, and then again lift this up and throw it right back on the top. Straps don't slip down. If you would like to see more baby wearing tips, please leave me a message in the comments below to let me know. And whatever beach bag you have, I highly recommend you bring an IKEA bag with you on holidays. Like, it's such a great supplement beach bag to have. It's just so compact and it weighs nothing. I actually have a SuperBe from Jujube to use as a beach bag, but I carry this in it as well because somehow, through some sort of sorcery, no matter how compact I have everything in my beach bag, by the time we go home we seem to have so much more. And plus, if you bring this, it's so much handier. You just throw your beach bag straight into it. You grab all your towels, toys, just a big huge mess, chuck it in here with your cold wet kids and just run on home and throw them in the shower. It just means that you get to leave the beach much quicker when you get to throw everything really fast into a huge bag, and then you get them home washed and dried. So before you head out to the beach or the pool, make sure you have everything ready for the kids to have a wash and get dry and dressed afterwards. So I'll show you now. So I have the toys and seats, everything out for her in the shower, ready for when we're having a shower together. Towels are brought in already from the outside, so we don't have to grab them when we come back. Then I have everything ready on the bed for my baby to dress her when she comes straight out of the shower. Her nappy is open, her vest is open, butt paste is there, ready to go, so that they don't have to stay cold and wet any longer than they need to be. Then everything else for my older daughter is also there, ready as well, nappies, t-shirt. And this hack is for if you have a Jujube SuperBe like I do. I have the SuperBe bag in the Hello Kitty Friends print. So to attach a sand bucket on, I just use the key leash here. I wrap the key leash around the sand bucket, and then I can clip this end onto the handle or any part of the bag, really. However long whatever you're hanging on is, you just clip it on to wherever you want to make sure it's the length for you. So you don't have to be restricted to clipping it onto the D-ring hook here. I usually clip it over here, but if you need the leash a bit shorter so it's not flopping around the place, you can clip it onto the edge of the bag here. The clip doesn't need to go all the way through or around the fabric. It just needs to kind of hang on there. So if you don't have a key leash on your beach bag, you could just clip a carabiner clip onto the handle, and then you can attach any beach toys onto the outside of your beach bag. And then for the beach, alright, you want to get yourself one of these mesh bags. This is actually a bag that I got with balls for a ball pit, and it's the perfect little beach toy bag. It's so handy to have because once you throw all your toys in, you get to give it a quick shake before you bring it home. And you could also hang this outside of your beach bag so you're not getting sand in your lovely little bag. And if you have one of these mesh bags, alright, keep it outside of the beach bag and to take up less space. I actually thread the handle of my beach bag through the mesh bag like this, so that I can carry everything together and keep all the sand outside of the bag. And for my Jujube fans out there, I'm sure you have passy pods. You can also use these to attach anything you want to the bag. It's so handy. I use this to attach my beach toys onto our diaper bag when we go out in the evenings, in case we want to nip to the beach at the end to play with some sand. So I just wrap the passy pod leash around the handle of my sandbag and then clip it on, and there it is. Actually, what I do is, to make this even shorter so it's not dangling too much, is I wrap this around the top handle of my bag, and then I clip the passy pod onto it using the D-ring and around, and there we go. And no sand in my diaper bag. And when you're on holidays, you want to be very resourceful, so I actually use this as a little toy and handbag for my daughter. I'll put a picture down here to show you, but I have a couple of little small toys in here, and then she uses this as her little handbag, and it's just the right size for my little 2-year-old toddler. I'm going to be putting together a video on tips for dining out with young children. I will link that here. If you have any hacks or tips that you would like to share, I would love to hear from you in the comments button below. I hope you enjoyed all the hacks and tips in this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up by clicking the like button below, and be sure to hit the subscribe button. I need 1,000 subscribers before I can monetize this channel, so your support will be greatly appreciated. So my girls are actually up now, so I will talk to you next time. Bye.